Good afternoon, everybody. Uneducated Economist here. So the jobs numbers came out today, right? 20,000 jobs. That's it. I don't believe it. I'm figuring it's going to get revised. I am. 310,000 jobs last month. Only 20,000 jobs this month. It just seems like that is just too big of a drop that it won't get revised higher. Biggest segment of drop was construction. Construction, 31,000 jobs down. Right? And that one really shocked me. I would have bet money opposite of that one because I work for a lumber yard, and I sell building supplies, and we've seen a decent uptick in our sales just recently. So if you were to ask me just personally if construction jobs would have been down, I would have been like, nope, I figured they're probably taking off right now, and now's the time to try and go and get one, but I missed that one. It can only lead me to believe that new home construction's going to be down. It's going to be down this year, and the lack of those construction jobs is kind of telling that. Anyway, the strengthening dollar to the world currencies. This is one that I've been kind of wrapping my head around for a while since I talked about that milkshake theory, where the central banks around the world are going to be adding liquidity to their markets. At the same time, the Federal Reserve is going to be pulling liquidity out of their market. And this is like sticking a big straw into a milkshake, right? So all the central banks are adding liquidity to the milkshake, and the United States is sucking their liquidity out. And you can really see it yesterday with the European Central Bank, where they came out and said that they were going to be lowering their interest rates. And what happened? The people got scared of a weakening currency, and they ran over to U.S. Treasuries, and they bought up U.S. Treasuries like crazy, right? So not only did the European Central Bank lower their interest rates, causing this to happen, but when they ran over to the United States Treasuries, the Treasuries' interest rates dropped as well, all right? So that actually added a lot of strength to the dollar. The Federal Reserve is loving this because they've been trying to get their asset sheets to unwind by allowing these Treasuries to mature and pulling the Federal Reserve's notes back out of the circulation at the tune of like $50 billion a month. Well, this is causing interest rates to rise every time they do this, right? But now they got a buyer. They got all these people who are worried about their currency buying into the United States Treasuries. Now they can unload these assets without having to worry about raising these interest rates up. And so what does this happen? It causes a demand for the dollar. They're demanding their dollars back to the Federal Reserve, which essentially gets destroyed. And all these people who are looking for the safe haven asset are also demanding United States dollars so that they can buy these treasuries with it. So if this continues like the Fed said it's going to until September, we have an entire summer of strong dollar coming towards us and a strengthening dollar. And, we'll just have to keep an eye on this. I'm not sure how this is supposed to work where we get both a strong dollar and low interest rates at the exact same time, right? I mean, I don't know if we're going to be able to get loans or not, right? Because you think about it, if the pool liquidity is shrinking, then it should be harder to get loans, right? Typically when this happens, interest rates are rising. But we have foreign buyers coming in and getting the U.S. Treasuries, okay? Which is causing strength to the dollar. So ultimately, by the end of summer, you should have a millennial sitting there looking at a student loan debt going, yeah, I know it's kind of high, but look how cheap the cost of living has gotten, right? I mean, because if these foreign buyers are coming in adding strength to the dollar, adding all this, making the dollar stronger, imports are going to get very cheap for the United States. Exports are going to get real expensive for everybody else, but the imports for the United States are going to get very, very cheap. So I don't know. I'm just rolling. This is all hypothetical stuff too, guys. All right. So maybe you guys let me know what you think. All right. How about that? Uneducated Economist. We'll talk to you later.